Hello everybody, welcome to race 4 of the iGPFun tournament. 25 laps of a very fast historic Monza circuit. A couple of nasty chicanes. Drivers are worried about them, especially at race start. As usual, you will find the full qualifier results and tournament standings at the link at the bottom of the video, but quickly, the top 10 in qualify. Pole position went to Lando Norris. Alongside him, Marc Egea. I think it's the best performance by Marc in this season. Josué Leocata third and Thiago Almeida fourth. Leandro Schmidt and Bruno Domiter in third row. Clark Williams and Luca Varani on row 4. Marco Belfiore and Linus Areng to close to finish up the top 10. Max Weinitz, winner of the last race at Phillip Island, starts 11. Let's 31 cars on track. Let's move to the broadcast. We should start. Cars should start in a second. Here they are. The drivers are approaching the fourth chicane. It's really narrow. Everything seems fine, no accidents. Side by side towards the Roggia chicane by I'm sure Josué Leocata was passing Marc Egea. Josué now to the inside, not sure what's up with him. And now is Thiago Almeida that is in second place. He took advantage of the confusion created by the slowdown of Josué. The group is moving towards the Ascari. Drivers are overtaking. You can see the positions on the left. Max Weinitz passing Julian Ditchborn at the Parabolica. Gerard Macarivi just overtook Dani Manenkov for position 20. The green car is Francois Philippe on the outside of Josué Leocata. So Josué was second at the first lap and is now down in position 13. That was a nasty move by Julian. I think he must have not seen Max alongside him. He just squeezed them and pushed him off track. Julian with the red car. That's a very strange accident, and unfortunately 3 cars involved. just about everybody in the field is separated by 0.4 seconds, 0.2 now per Ron Wallace. Attacking, sorry, was not Ron, that was Gerard passing Joey Miller for position 17. Our cars side by side up ahead. It was Daniel Manenkov passing Oscar Martinez Marti. Leandro Schmidt, meanwhile, has overtaken Marc Egea, gained the position 3. And Marco Belfiore has overtaken Luca Varani. This is Max Venitz in the yellow car. Linus Areng ahead of him. Some problems with overlay information. It's changing position semi-randomly, no idea why. Josué Leocata diving on the inside and gaining another place. This is the view from Josué's car. Max Venitz, meanwhile, is dropping through the standings, so he must have had some problem. Varani has lost another position. That was at La Roggia chicane. Marco Belfiore was very slow. He hit the curb the wrong way. Varani had to slow down to avoid him. Or now Marco Belfiore has passed Bruno Domiter, who must have some problems. He's very slow. The red car losing a lot of positions and now entering the pits. Linus Areng on the outside of Marco Belfiore, with Varani gaining gaining with a draft, but then lifting. That was Marco just running out of space. The chicanes can be difficult, can be treacherous. Three wide into the Roggia chicane, that's not great, and he actually ended up poorly for everybody except Linus. Linus now in position 6. Actually position 5 for Linus Areng. Josué Leocata dropping back through the standings, so he must have broken his car somehow. Let's look at another pack of cars. Is the battle for position 9. Daniel Manenkov in the blue and yellow car, followed by Oscar Martinez Marti. We're gonna have him on camera in a second. This is Oscar. Mark Underwood, position 11 for him. Gerard Macarivi, position 12. Finally, the information at the bottom is actually working as it should. Daniel defending the inside. Behind them is Rodrigo Ferreira overtaking Gianni Salito for position 13. And Steve Morris just passed Ralph Kammerer. Actually, Ralph got his position back. This is a nice 4-car battle. Bruno Domiter, after the pit stop, is in the middle of his group, gaining places. Danny Manenkov has lost 2 places, not sure how or why. There is just so much action everywhere in the field that it's really difficult to find, to decide what to keep on camera. We are looking back at Steve Morris and Brian Strongquist from Bruno's car. The track map actually gives you an idea of how spread out the field is. Lando Norris has a 1.4 seconds advantage on Thiago Almeida. Clark Williams in 3rd place, 8 seconds. Marc Egea has dropped back. He has 14 seconds behind the leader, with Linus Areng just behind him and Luca Varani as well. Bruno Domiter, meanwhile, has overtaken Ralph Kammerer for position 19. You can read all the standings on the left, so I guess there is no need for me to read through it. .18 and a half laps to go, so there is still plenty of racing to be had. Marc Egea was second in qualifying, 1:56.6 the last lap, so he clearly had some problem. Max Venitz is moving backward again. You can see the huge gaps. It's actually 6 seconds between Clark Williams and Marc Egea now. The two of them were together. Let me get the replay for a second. Leonardo Schmidt, who was second himself, was 4rd actually, so must have dropped back. I did lose quite a lot of action, I apologize. He's just much faster than Varani. Must have had some problems at the Ascari variante. Ascari chicane, sorry, or variante Ascari in Italian. battling and going side by side through the chicanes. It's really slows people down. This is Gerard and Daniel. Gianni Sellito just passed Ron Wallace for position 14. Sorry for the cough. This is Leandro Schmidt going, taking a trip into the sand at the Roggia, getting the position back to Varani, but the two of them have lost 3.5 seconds to Linus. Ron Wallace dropping through the standings. He's very slow. I don't know what happened to him. Unfortunately, I can only see position changes after they have happened, so it's not easy to focus the camera on the action. Marc Egea is moving backwards. Let's try to see a replay of what was going on. Fourth place for Marc, and just spinning out of the Ascari. Actually, he made a good job in avoiding the inside wall and regaining control. Francois Philippe passing him, of course, he's at speed, Francois. Let's look at Joey Miller and Gianni Sellito, position 15 and 14. I really like the white, red and cyan livery of Joey. One of my favorite liveries. Leandro Schmidt, meanwhile, is ahead of Luca Varani once again. And he's not once again. He's really liking that really outside line at the Roggia. So much outside that it actually brings you on the sand. Let's go back to our leaders. They have never been on camera. This is Thiago Almeida in second place. Oh, Clark Williams, no, he's still behind him. Why is he blue? Clark Williams is actually dropping. He has disappeared from the standings. Technical problems for him, clearly. So it's Lando Norris and Thiago Almeida, 2 seconds between the two of them, but they really have opened up a huge gap to the rest of the field. Is Linus Areng now. Let's try to catch a replay again, because Marc had just overtook Philippe. So we're saying 18.6 seconds, the gap between the leader and Linus Areng in position 3. Everybody was fighting, kung fu fighting, I guess, and except the two leaders, so they could really move ahead very effectively. Philippe being passed into the Parabolica, but getting a nice exit. We'll see if he will gain a position or not. Varani passing the lap car of José Carlos Campodonico, and Philippe not quite getting his place back. you can see the lap time information at the bottom. Meanwhile, this is lap 10 for all the drivers. Marc Egea, for instance, fastest lap of the race for him, 1:49.0. That's the same for Leandro Schmidt, ahead of him, 1:49.08. Francois, much slower, 49.9, but what matters is that he is right with them. Brian Strongfist, following Marco Belfiore for position 19. We'll see if we get close under braking and how close. Not a lot really. Marco is actually faster. Again, 1:52.3 the best lap for Brian, 1:49.8 for Marco, so clearly there is a performance difference. And we are back to the battle for 13th place. Joey Miller. Max Venitz, meanwhile, just overtook Ariel Varro. And this is Gianni Sellito on the inside of Joey that disappeared for a second. That's an internet problem. A couple of lapped cars, actually. The blue car is Mark Underwood in position 12. He lost a lot of ground. Nice clean pass by Bruno on the inside of La Roggia and now on the outside of Lesmo 1, the first Lesmo corner. Ariel Varro is also dropping through the standings a little bit. Mark Underwood must have some problems. He is really slow. Sellito having a look on the inside. Let's change focus for a second. We can get some telemetry data from Varani's car. Let me get the standings information out of the way. Thirteen laps to go, so we are just about at the half race distance. Varani is fourth with Leandro Schmidt gaining gaining behind him. Again, if you are curious, you can see the lap time information as well as the current speed, maximum speed, apex speed, and top speed in the race. Well, this is one lap of Monza from the cockpit camera. 49.1, you can see the lap timing on the steering wheel. That's the fastest lap of the race for Varani. .9 actually from our timing, but whatever, not a lot of difference between the two. And let's remove the telemetry data. Back to the broadcast. These are three drivers we have not followed a lot, and we are not following them now either because of the trees. Daniel Manenkov, he won the last season tournament in the SRF. The yellow card ahead of him is Francesco Bernardo. He's actually lapped, he is in position 20th. That's not the track, Daniel. Hopefully he will not have ruined his front wing. Leandro Schmidt, 0.9 seconds behind Varani. That's actually, right now, this is the closest battle on track. Linus Hareng in third place. Schmidt has overtook Varani. What happened? You must admit I am quite good at switching camera right before something happens. Just too much power under acceleration out of the Prima Variante, and one position lost for Varani. Sorry for the coughing once again. If we look at the drivers, Lando Norris, he has been leading the race from the very first moment. Pole position, and never really His position was never under threat by anybody. Thiago Almeida started 4th and moved up to 2nd place. He actually lost 5 seconds in the last 2 laps ago. Meanwhile, the drivers have just over 10 laps to go. So we are past the halfway mark. Linus Areng, 3rd place. I think this is the best, his best performance in the iGPFun tournament. He is liking this car more than the SRF, it seems. Gerard Macarivi just overtook Oscar Martinez Marti, who was driving off track at the Ascari. Let's see what happens. Just too much speed and very nice car control. Well done, Oscar. Not for the speed, of course, but for saving and avoiding a mess. Gerard Macarivi and Joey Miller, they are on camera now, but Joey is actually lapped. He is in position 21st, whereas Gerard is 9. Joey lifting to let the leaders through. That was very nice by him. Let's go back to showing the drivers one by one. This is Marc Egea. The Spaniard now at the Lesmo corners. You can run a little wide in Lesmo 1 as he did. Lesmo 1, that's the translation. Francois Philippe, position 7 behind him. 1:49.7 is last lap time, very close to his fastest lap of the race. The very fastest lap of the race actually belonged to Lando Norris, so he has, or he had pole position, he is leading every lap, and he also had the fastest lap, at least so far. Bruno Domiter, very close to Gerard Macarivi. We'll see if he will be able to attack him. Seems too far away, at least for this lap. But he has been gaining half a second per lap on Gerard, so he should be able to attack sooner or later. Max Venitz and Gianni Selito, the two yellow cars. Max overtaking him and gaining position 13. Of course, Bruno just overtook Gerard into La Roggia, and I lost it. There is a reason why I'm not a professional broadcaster. Nice and clean pass on the outside. Gerard could have decided to defend the inside, but with 8 laps to go and such a clear speed difference, it was probably not worth doing it. If we look back through the standings. That was Oscar Marti crashing his car outside Lesmo. This is Rodrigo Capelletto Ferreira. It's a driver we usually do not have on camera, so it's nice that we can show him for a while. Leandro Schmidt, meanwhile, is only 1.2 seconds behind Linus, so he is gaining rapidly over him. Half a second in the last lap, 148.7 for Leandro, now on camera, 149.4 Linus lap time. With seven and a half laps to go, I'm sure Leandro will have time to catch Linus. It is the battle for the podium. I mean, the top two, Lando and Thiago, are never on camera, so we kind of forgot about them. But they are up front nonetheless. Leandro is now only 0.4 seconds behind Linus. And Francois Philippe just passed Marc Egea. Marc again very slow, possibly another spin for him. Look at the speed of Leandro. It's 5 kilometers faster than, even more now, 7 or 8 kilometers faster than Linus, thanks to the draft, of course. A little bit of tire locking, wheel locking, how do you say it? So he blocked the tires under braking, but it was just the inside tire, the one not heavily loaded, so nothing bad. Leandro is actually up to position 3. Max Venitz looking at while chasing Mark Underwood. Again, a clear difference in pace, 49.2 for Max, fastest lap of this race, and 50.6 for Mark. Ariel Varro, we're moving back to position 17, just looking at the liveries of drivers that are not often on camera. Max Venitz very close to Mark Underwood, he had to brake. Lost quite a lot of momentum, of course. Back to Ariel Varro, and this is Ron Wallace. Very nice driver, very nice person. It's always a pleasure to be on track with Ron. And back to Linus, with 5.5 laps to go for the leaders. This is one of the closest battles on track. Barani trying to catch Linus, is 1.6 seconds the gap now. lapped car moving to the side. That was very respectful, very nice of him. Bruno Dometer now 0.7 seconds behind Daniil Manenkov and gaining 1 second in the last lap. It's about half a second, 6.6 seconds if we consider the best lap of each of the race. Marco Del Fiore, it's only 0.3 seconds behind Rodrigo. We look at them in a second. Meanwhile, this is Bruno passing, not quite passing, Daniil for position 8 it was. This is the battle for position 14. Luca Varani only half a second behind Linus Arenk with just over 4 laps to go. Linus defending the inside, but Varani is far away. Easy. He was not, actually. Linus is not giving up, though. Side by side through the prima variante. Varani having a look on the inside, now on the outside. Well, inside of Curva Grande is going to be the outside for La Roggia. Here they are. Again, side by side. Bruno Dometer, meanwhile, lost 2 places and dropped from 8th to 10th. Side by side through Lesmo 1. These two guys are having fun. And side by side through Lesmo 2. With 3.5 laps to go, we're going to keep the camera on these two drivers. Varani running a little wide, that's not a problem over there. You can see how far away Leandro has driven just because these two guys are fighting. Of course, Leandro was faster than the two of them, so there is no point in actually not fighting just to chase somebody who is faster. 3 laps to go, and Linus on the outside this time. Varani attacking behind the Swedish, how do you say? Well, behind Linus. That was close. A little too much curb on exit for Linus. He lost traction. Two and a half laps to go. I don't know actually what if you want to be ahead or behind on the last lap. The draft is strong, of course, but passing is never easy. .152.2 the last lap. That's 4 seconds slower than Varani could drive on his own. Varani on the inside at the Parabolica. Linus is not giving up. These two are giving each other room. That's always nice to see. Two laps to go, and it's side by side into the Prima Variante once again, or not quite side by side this time. I'm sorry, I'm actually not looking at anybody else on the track, but this looks nice, like a nice battle. Varani picking up some dirt at the Roggia. We are looking at Linus from Varani's car. Here he comes. Linus is faster. Chooses not to attack. Daniel Manenkov, Gerard Macarivi, Bruno Dometer are very close to each other as well, but this is the last lap for these two. Lando Norris, meanwhile, is 2 seconds ahead of Thiago Almeida. Position 1 and 2 should be fixed, decided. I guess this time they will not want to give up. Linus is better under braking. Running a little wide, Varani running a little tight. So slight contact it actually happens. Marco Belfiore just passed Gianni Sellito, but will stay to these drivers. Varani look fast under braking or getting into La Roggia. Dometer is on the 0.1 second behind Gerard Macarivi. He passed him now. We'll watch a replay of their action in a moment. So Varani seems, this is the battle for 4th place. Linus seems to be able to defend. Meanwhile, Lando Norris just crossed the finish line. Thiago Almeida 2nd, Leandro Schmidt 3rd. Varani is very close. Trying the outside at the Parabolica. This is the last corner of the race. Linus can have a faster exit. And it's Varani by not very much, 5 hundredths of a second. I'm just reading So I was saying, Bruno, let's look at what he did in the last minute. He passed Gerard for position 9. Let's see how this happened. Well, I have to go more far backwards. Is that English? So this is the last lap. Of course, we went back through the replay. Max Venitz behind them has moved up to 11th place after a problem he had on lap 3, I believe, or anyway in the early race. Gerard a little long under braking, smoking the outside wheel if I'm not mistaken, and opening himself up to an attack by Bruno. Quite a wobble for Gerard. I'm sorry, I'm actually a little tired. It's quite late for me over here. So while we watch the end of the race through the replays, I guess I can read the final standings to you. Lando Norris won the race, 2 seconds ahead of Thiago Almeida. Leandro Schmidt, another Brazilian, in position 3. Luca Varani 4 and Linus Areng position 5, 0.05 seconds between the two of them. Francois Philippe, another nice performance, is 6th, position 7 to Marc Egea. Daniel Manenkov 8, Bruno Domiter 9, Gerard Macarivi 10, Max Venitz, Mark Underwood 12, Giovanni Sellitto, Marco Belfiore 14th, he was running 4th, I believe, early in the race. Rodrigo Capelletto Ferreira, Brian Strongquist, Ariel Varro 17, Ron Wallace, Francesco Bernardo 19, he was very fast at Spa, he has been dropping backward a little bit. Steve Morris 20th, Ralph Kemmerer, Jose Carlo Campodonico, Oscar Martinez Marti, Don Brooks, Joey Miller, Clark Williams, Josué Leocata, Neil de Guzman, Tim Seddle, Robert Fiers, and Julian Ditchburn. Thank you everybody for joining the race. Thank you for watching our broadcast. I hope you enjoyed the race, and I hope I can see you on track in one of these weeks. If not, I'll see you back at the broadcast, hopefully. Thanks again, and have fun. Goodbye.